All right, Deadman Stone Podcast. Your host, Mr. Deadman, co-host Becky, and
hey,
other co-host SK. How's it going?
Hey, doing good.
You guys doing all right?
I have a cold.
You have a cold?
Why am I other co-host?
We did get a new name for you. Other co-host Junior, are the we should have a poll.
Oh God,
Co-host Junior.
I'm really not junior to many people.
Best co-host. The greatest co-host. You like those?
Well,
Becky?
hey,
No. I wouldn't take that away from Becky.
I'm just.
That could
you
be dangerous.
lie.
And there's already tension right from the beginning. Look at that. And our guest tonight
and
is.
Jesse didn't cause it.
I know. Not at all. I'm innocent in this one. I swear.
Mm-hmm.
So our guest tonight is he is a head priest of the Church of Cthulhu. Is this real?
Yes.
And is that how you say it?
Cthulhu.
Okay.
Say it again. Say it one more time.
Oh, Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. Okay.
All right.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Lou.
There you go.
Yeah.
Lulu.
Okay.
Cthulhu.
All right.
Because
Khurt.
I've been
All
puzzling
right.
over that pronunciation for a long time. I gotta say.
Yeah, and you do not ask Jesse how to pronounce anything.
Yeah, not really. I mean, shit. I can't
It's
pronounce my own
changed
name.
a few times too.
All right. So let me try your name. Khurt
Uh-oh.
Khave. There we go.
Khurt Khave.
Yeah, that sounds like a Mortal Kombat character. I like that. Khurt
Finish
Khave.
him.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Well, Becky, do we have any not news, any ads or anything we need to read? Any?
Yes, we
Okay.
do.
All right.
Hold on.
Let's take care of that real
It's
fast. We gotta make them happy.
loading. We gotta pay the bills.
Yeah. We gotta pay the bills.
Sure.
Buy more bull balls. Okay. Our ad is from Death's Head Press, and it is for a book that is available on Amazon.com on pre-order. It's called The Hard Goodbye. It's by author Chris Miller. As the old axiom goes, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. John Savage realized that too late. Following the biggest job of their lives, John and his small crew think they've got it made. But a lawyer, a junkie, a crooked cop, Savage and his girlfriend have unknowingly opened Pandora's box, and they won't know it until it's too late. As the brutally tortured bodies of their partners come to light, tensions rise all the way to the screaming, chaotic conclusion of this bloody crime thriller. High risk brings high reward, but the safe bet is usually the smartest. Stick to the plan or get ready for the hard goodbye. And their anthology called And Hell Followed will be released in January.
Mm-hmm.
The anthology's theme is the Book of Revelation. What if the prophecies of Revelation hit today? What sort of craziness and evil would ensue?
Yeah.
And it has a who's who of horror authors in it, including Wrath James White, Sam West, The Sisters of Slaughter, Jeff Strand, K. Trap Jones, Christine Morgan, Patrick C. Harrison III, James Watt, Chris Miller, Mark Deloy, and several others.
Oh, speaking of James Watt, Psycho Holiday is out now, guys, on Kindle and paperback, and James Watt is featured in that anthology. Him and many others.
Ooh.
So you can pick up a copy now. Look at that. All right.
Yeah.
I think that takes care of that part.
Yes,
Let's
it
just roll
does.
right into. I think we're gonna have a loaded episode, guys. I mean, we have the head priest of the Church of Cthulhu. So, how about we roll into the news?
We got to carve out plenty of time.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. By the way,
Hey, look, I finally managed to learn how to say it. Don't mess me up.
okay. And By the way, now how do I address you? Do I address you as Khurt, like by your first name, or is it like Head Priest Cave?
Yeah,
or
Khurt is fine. Proso is the official title, but which is equivalent to Reverend.
Proso.
Proso, Proso.
Proso Khurt. You may feel free to chime in any time during the news part. Enlighten us.
All right.
And when you do, please tap into what Cthulhu would say. Okay? That'd be great. Anyway, let's roll right into it. Let's get into it.
Okay. Well, I've got a couple of news articles tonight. The first one, man, I'm telling you, this just ticks me off. A high schooler drew a Super Smash Brothers logo on a whiteboard, and the authorities investigated it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
He drew this on a whiteboard at school. Okay. And
well, it's not a swastika.
they called.
I mean,
yeah.
It's not even a proper crosshairs, okay?
No,
unless
it's not.
Unless he's a really bad shot.
No. Oh God. No. But I mean, really, people. This is. I mean, I understand that they need to take, potential rumors of shootings seriously, but
You know what's interesting?
it shows a picture of it.
Yeah, it does. And you can Google this image, by the way. I mean, you could find.
Oh,
what this
well,
is.
that's so high tech, come on.
Yeah. And the article I
All
sent
them
you on this.
computer things.
What's funny about it? It was the people who reported it to the teacher and who reported to authorities. It started out with a bunch of teenage girls who didn't know what the hell this thing was. So what the fuck, man?
Sounds a lot like the Salem
Well, I
witch
didn't
trials.
either. I mean, I didn't know what it was. When I saw it, I was like, what the hell is that? It looked like an upside down cross in a circle to me. And it wasn't drawn very well because it sure wasn't centered.
I
So
would
I
not
didn't know what
think
the
that
hell
as
it was.
I would not think of that as a crosshair.
Hell no, me neither.
I mean, first of all, they're different thicknesses and clearly done on intentionally that way,
Yeah.
and not centered
Right.
at all, and no target behind them. Even if it was a crosshair, what's in the target? What's the target?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No attention to detail, It's like, come on.
There's no critical thinking at all in schools. And part of the problem, I think, with public schools today is that the administrators are fucking morons.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
That's saying it lightly, and yeah, I agree.
What would Cthulhu say?
And then it says on here that the school resource officer interviewed the student even.
Of course.
You know what that means? That's the school police person.
Yeah.
That's the cop.
Yeah.
That's the
School
school
cop.
cop. Resource.
Yeah, I know. But I mean,
That's that one cop. You might get two. Well, usually it's just one. That one cop that patrols the whole campus. So when people say
Right.
in response to a school shooting, we'll be like, maybe we need more cops at schools. I don't know. Be like, but they already have them, bro. They have one.
Yeah.
And sometimes, even in the case of like with the Florida shooting, they're too chicken shit to do anything. I mean, come on. You need more than
Right.
one at this
Right.
point. You might as well just
Right.
have them at the door. Anyway.
Listen, and
that's
in
all.
case people think this is a new thing, we had security guards when I was in high school. I was at a what might be considered an inner city high school, the kind where you bust in the white kids from the suburbs.
Yeah, you
And
definitely had security there.
We had security in the school and needed it.
Yeah.
There were episodes. Things happened.
Man, there's still episodes.
This is
too.
not new.
Like in that this area of that environment, the hood. There's all sorts of episodes every day. Every day is an
Yep.
episode, but no one really talks about it. That doesn't make the news.
Nope.
No, man, damn. So I'm curious. Proso Khurt.
Yes.
What is the
Proso
is it
Khave.
Khave? Is it the good lord, dark lord? How do I address Cthulhu?
Mighty Cthulhu is usually the average one.
Does the Mighty Cthulhu have any?
Mighty Cthulhu.
Does the Mighty
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. Did I do
You
it
have
right?
to use that deep, gravelly voice. Does that work better?
Yes, that helps.
Okay.
Oh, I'm screwed then.
You can't join, Becky. Unless you start smoking.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
last
that
thing.
ain't happening.
So
I actually got a call last week about my son for a similar kind of thing. He was bored in class while the teacher was making a phone call, so he started drawing on his arm, and he got sent to the counselor. And they said they were concerned he might be self-harming.
What? With
For him drawing on his arm?
Yeah, he was sitting there just in class, bored, and like poking himself and drawing, and and stuff like that.
What grade is he in?
Oh, for God.
6th grade.
what the fuck?
Oh, jeez.
Why?
What is wrong
Drawing-
with people?
Drawing your arm is
I mean,
self-mutilation now? Jesus
Yeah, well,
Christ.
he did go a little overboard, but
How do you go overboard? I mean,
Well,
what do
he's
you
in
mean?
6th grade. Of course he went overboard.
he was
Right?
basically giving himself a full sleeve of tattoos.
Oh,
That's
That
fucking
must have been a
cool.
long fucking phone call.
Yeah, she was gone for like 3 or 5 minutes, he said. So
Whoa.
Ah,
That's a
yeah, so
That's
he
cool.
got sent to the school counselor.
he's a snappy drawer if he can do a sleeve in that amount of time.
yeah.
Yeah.
He might consider, giving tats, Shit, man. Inking.
All right, I want to put this out to my co-host then. In 6th grade, what were you doodling when you were bored?
Oh, you asked co-host, so I mean. Hey, Becky, what are you doing?
Hearts,
Hell no.
horses.
There's no telling.
In 6th grade?
No, this is
I don't
telling.
remember 6th grade.
Oh, all
I
the
probably
drugs.
wasn't doodling. I was probably writing
Yeah.
poetry.
Oh.
That's so sad.
I drew like Ninja Turtles.
Kick you both.
I drew like Ninja Turtles and like
Ninja Turtles.
and stuff like that. I don't know. I drew shit. Whatever. I was bored.
I think I drew a lot of fighter planes.
Yeah.
Really crappy kind, It's got just basically a stick drawing of a plane with the wings, and then they're shooting other planes and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That gets you in trouble today, though.
Well, nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I also was drawing. Back in that time, I wanted to design video games where like Doom and shit like that. So I would design like concept for guns and stuff. Good luck doing that now.
Don't
Do that
lie,
now.
You were drawing boobs.
Well, I mean that too, but
Yeah.
one will get you more in trouble than the other. Shit, man. Fuck. You draw a gun at school, it'd be like,
One gets you in trouble at school, one gets you in trouble at home. Choose your poison.
gotta
If
choose
I
it.
got in trouble at school, I would have been dead when I got home. I had 2 parents that were both teachers.
oh man.
Man.
Yeah, that was the one thing you did not
the hell
do.
happened?
Get in trouble at school. What the hell happened, he says.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible.
They must feel awful.
They are ashamed.
All right. What's the next story, Becky?
NASA scientists think aliens may not be carbon-based and may have already visited our planet.
Okay. My first question on this, is it plural scientists or one guy?
Well, it says a document recently released by a scientist from NASA suggests that Earth might have already had the first contact with aliens, but with carbon-based extraterrestrial organisms.
Does it mean like
But
non-carbon based?
the odds of that are non-zero. So I mean, okay.
But wait a second. If it's contact with a non-carbon based entity, we wouldn't be able to see them, right? Is that what I'm getting? Like,
No, it's not. They're not invisible. They're not on a different dimension. They're just, all life that we know of on Earth has carbon as its foundational element.
yeah,
And it is speculated by many scientists that this is not necessarily the case on other worlds. This is one of the reasons why we want to go to that fucking ice moon on Saturn and dig into the ice, because there's liquid water underneath the ice, and maybe, just maybe, there's something swimming around in there. And
or are we
giant
bringing
shark.
back some kind of virus like the bubonic plague? Dumbasses.
we spent all that money. We spent all that money we spent all that money for like a drone or whatever. Starts digging into the ice, and it goes into the water, and it just gets eaten by some giant, freaking mutated shark.
With a fang on its head.
Yeah.
What was it?
as long as they get
Laser.
a picture, you know what? Lasers. As long as they get a picture of it first, I think NASA would just be thrilled.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't, because then they'd want to go get one and bring it back.
Well,
yeah,
of
we've seen
course.
that movie.
Yeah.
Or would send people there. All right, let's see if we can.
Oh Christ.
But I mean, having a picture is a lot better than having things just go switch off and not know why.
Oh yeah, that'd be horrible. I mean, what does a non-carbon entity look like?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
So we don't even know what we're looking for. We don't even know what. So is this another way of saying?
So you don't know if there's one standing on your table right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, they're not invisible. They're not at a different dimension. They're just built out of different elements as the starting point.
Yeah. The popular theory is silicone based. Silicone sand.
Yeah.
Silicone based.
Okay, so fake boobs.
Yep.
Made out of plastic.
Got it.
Huh. Can plastic become sentient? What? Is that the idea? I mean,
Well, I mean, just as easily as carbon can.
Yeah. Because they're I guess similar on the molecular level.
Aliens.
huh?
That's what I got out of this.
Plastic
They're
aliens.
already here.
That'd be
Fake
sweet.
boobs are aliens. That's
Yeah.
what I got out of it.
All right, I like that. Fake boobs are aliens.
Okay.
I talk to them as much as possible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make contact.
They're already here. They've been
Your
here.
leader.
God, I created monsters. Shit.
Well. All right. What else we got going on, Becky?
California considers text message fee proposal.
Tax.
California regulators are considering a plan to charge a fee for text messaging on mobile phones to help support programs that make phone service accessible to the poor.
You know what?
It's called a tax. It's not a fee.
Yeah,
It's a tax.
it's a tax. And I
Okay,
kind of want to
well.
just say fuck the poor at that point. I mean, come on, man.
Why?
Why?
You know what? Penn Jillette has had a great statement where he said that, if you're being charitable with your own money, that is morally good. But when you get the government to force everybody at the point of a gun to support your charity, that is not morally good.
No.
Right. And
Yeah.
why do poor people need cell phones? I mean, I don't understand. Why does
Candy
everybody
Crush.
need a
Well-
damn cell phone?
Because some people think that every nice thing is a right.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Are you trying to tell me that having a cell phone is not a right? Are you really trying to tell me that?
Did I tell you how I think you
I'll
should
take
use
that
the
stance.
Carolina Reapers?
I'm sorry. Were you saying something about the Reapers?
I said, did we tell you how we thought you should eat the Carolina Reapers?
How?
Well, not really eating per se.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah.
By the common definition.
Am I supposed to like shove it up somewhere or something? Like what are we talking about here?
Well, I said that if you shoved it up your butt, only one end would burn instead of the whole thing.
Oh shit! If I shoved the Carolina Reaper in my ass,
Gonna get there eventually.
Well, yeah, see, that's my point. So if you
oh, can you imagine that challenge? You gotta
No.
bust. You gotta squeeze a Carolina Reaper with your sphincter. Oh.
Well, we discussed it and decided that was not a part of any part of you that we wanted to watch.
Yeah, we had to film. We had to stream on a Pornhub. But it might be confused. Might be like,
no.
what?
But it would keep you from burning your lips and throat and stomach and intestines.
Well,
I think.
I will tell you this. I know 100% sure I'm going to regret eating it, but that regret is gonna make the moment. As long as I don't say anything too crazy, and in response, you might want to mute me. I don't know how you can do that, but as long as
I don't know either, but I think I better figure it out.
yeah. So yeah, fuck this.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to. I don't think you're going to be able to talk, Jesse.
Probably not.
Well, somebody asked me how many episodes I thought that SK and I would have to host it with each other before you were well enough to come back.
Ooh, should we take odds on that?
No. I said, oh my God. I said it would be an hour and a half of me and SK giggling at each other.
That might just make the show.
It might. So wait,
I've seen worse.
I gotta ask the head priest of Church of Cthulhu here. What is Cthulhu?
You better ask him to pray for you.
Well, I'm gonna do that too. We'll get into it. But what does Cthulhu think of this stupid bullshit tax on texting?
Well, the main tenet of the church is called cosmic indifference.
Oh.
Whatever
Oh my God.
bizarre alien gods may be out there, they don't give a shit about us, yet alone anything humans do. So
They're
yeah,
libertarian.
Huh.
well that would indicate there's some order to it. So it's pretty much 100% chaos on that side.
All
They're
right.
agnostic.
So they don't give a shit. They don't give
No.
a shit. Okay.
No.
Here's the other thing. Maybe I know we're all against it, but what if it's a smart idea? Think about it. Are you tired of your phone being blown up by a bunch of texts? Are you tired of your girlfriend or wife or maybe boyfriend sending you a bunch of bullshit texts, nagging and complaining? What if you could put a stop to that?
So does this count Facebook or is it just SMS or does Facebook use SMS? I don't know what their underlying protocol is actually.
I don't know either. But it seems like I thought it was just the EU just trying to fuck up the internet with their Article 13, 11 bullshit. But now it looks like California wants to go, hold my beer, bro, because check this. We're gonna tax text messages, and then we're gonna tax probably getting online. It's just, I hope it never passes, but if it does, it just means more and more people are gonna be leaving California and going.
Listen, yeah, California has had a net immigration deficit for like 20 years, and it's just getting worse.
Yeah.
The more, and so what the stupid ass fucking legislature does is their revenues drop, so they want to tax more people. They don't understand. They refuse to acknowledge their own hand in this process, that they're regulating and taxing individuals and businesses to death is why people are leaving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. They don't. But I just hope the people that leave California don't create the problem in other states. So we'll see.
Yeah, they do have that tendency.
We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Well, a lot of the people are going to Texas, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Texas is growing just about at the same rate that California is shrinking.
That is true. That is true. As someone who lives in Texas, yeah, I'm quite aware. Oh, man. You know what? You know what's another bullshit story? I think I shared this one with you, Becky. With the so this business is getting sued because he cut his gas too low.
Oh, tell me more.
Isn't that ridiculous?
What state was this in?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Misery.
Yeah, there you go. That kind of sums it up right there. So apparently, they have a law on the books against businesses doing well. You can't outdo another business or something. I mean, I didn't really read the article. I just kind of give it to Becky to read for me.
Oh shit! Sorry, hold on. I was reading the comments in the chat. Is what I was. Gosh, a St. Louis gas station accused of cutting prices so far below cost that it ran a competitor out of business could now be forced to pay $5.6 million to that man via a rarely used Missouri law.
That
There was
says
a
you
price
can't.
war. There was a
you
price
can't-
war between two other gas stations.
Oh my God.
You can't have a price war? Why can't you? Why? See, there's certain.
Well, there might have been a day when, and actually, we don't have to go back to ancient gasoline history, when gasoline, the oil companies who had their own stations, they would do exactly this in order to squeeze out the competition because they could afford it.
Yeah.
Right? They could sell their gas at a loss because they made it.
Yeah.
And a lot of independent stations went out of business in the 70s and 80s through practices like this. So if it's one individual versus another individual, and the one guy says, "Hey, I got deeper pockets than you. I can do this." I don't see the problem. If they have the backing of a multi-billion-dollar parent company, maybe not so much.
Yeah, and something like this. So the guy is suing them, but there's no. I mean, anybody could sue anybody. Yeah, it's just what happens in court. Of course, the attorney is going to take it. It's money for them. But yeah, I take your case.
Has this been decided? Or it sounded like it been.
Has it been decided?
That's you, Becky.
I know that I'm reading. Hold on.
I don't think it's been decided.
Well, a jury awarded $1.8 million in October, and she also added in about $200,000 in attorney fees for a total of $5.6 million. Now, would you explain to me
that doesn't
how in the
there's
shit
something missing?
You got $1.8 million and $200,000?
They must have.
Oh,
they must have dropped a sentence of punitive damages.
No. That under the law, the jury's award should be tripled. So they tripled the award and then added $200,000 in attorney fees. Okay, first of all, we both know, all four of us know that the attorneys didn't do $200,000 worth of fees.
Hey, Xeroxing costs a lot of money, okay?
Fuck that.
You know how expensive ink is?
Anybody read The Firm by John Grisham?
Yes.
Anytime you think about a case, it's an hour.
Yeah.
I'm
Man,
telling you.
I can't believe that. So you can't you can't cut your price low. Otherwise, you can just sue and just.
Well,
It might be specific to gasoline. In this case,
it's kind of the same thing as gouging.
It's like reverse gouging. I would love that.
Yeah.
It's
kind of the same thing. It's undercutting.
Undercutting.
That's what they call undercutting is what they call it. And I mean, it's just stupid laws that have to do with business.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what a lot of stations do is instead of cutting prices on gas, they cut prices on milk.
Right.
Milk.
And people will price shop on. They'll pull in because look, it's $2.19 here, and then they'll get their gas.
Right. Now they can do that all day long, but when it's an in-demand commodity like gas or propane or something
or
along
propane
those lines.
accessories.
No, propane accessories. God. Damn it.
Keep you focused. Keep you focused.
Did I derail you?
I'm gonna kick you. They can't. They won't. They're not allowed by the union laws to undercut prices.
Okay.
To do that. So I mean, there are all kinds of stupid old laws about it. And obviously somebody
California and Missouri, scratch them off the list of places to live.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
At least do business in.
Before we roll into horrible covers, I want to shoot the shit real quick with SK and see if Khurt and Becky, you too, of course. I know you mentioned something about the with the Captain Marvel trailer.
Yeah, I took a look at that.
Yeah.
Today.
Which one? The new one, right? The second one?
The official trailer.
The official trailer? Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's a mess.
Hey, Khurt, have you seen it?
Yeah, it's all right. It's what you'd expect from a Marvel space movie. So.
Except it's not in space. Well, I guess some of it is in space.
Yeah, it's the Scree or the Kree or whatever they are and stuff like that. Her origin is on another planet. So.
Oh. I have some issues with this trailer.
All right, let's go from the top.
Spill it. Let's hear them.
What are your issues?
Well, let's see. For one, okay, and this is a gripe not just with this trailer, but with many trailers. And I write about this in my semi-regular column for the 405, and that is they fucking tell you the whole damn story in the trailer. There's no reason to go see the movie.
Well, yeah.
For one, you watch the trailer and you go, "Oh, I know what's going to happen," and I just saved me a whole bunch of money and time.
Yeah.
The other thing is, well, I understand the pressure to make this a female lead, but most people, if they see Captain in the title, they aren't going to be thinking about a female.
Yeah. That's just misogyny, bro. That's misogyny.
Yeah,
that's sexism. That's what that is.
I will fully admit to that may be my ancient history with the term.
Dick between your legs. That's what that is, man. You're thinking with your dick. That's what that is.
Yeah, I'm totally patriarchy on this. I'm just saying, how many of you, if you saw the term Captain Marvel, would be expecting to see her face?
Well, it's Brie Larson, so I mean, that's the other thing.
Captain Marvel and boobs don't quite make the right connection there.
So it should be like Captainette. I mean, what is this?
Marvel? The Marvelous Ms. Marvel?
I don't know. No, the Marvelous Miss Marvel sounds like Mrs. Marple.
No. Oh, if you guys have not seen the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon, you have to check it out. It's
Marvelous
hilarious.
Mrs. Nasal? What?
Yes.
It's
an Amazon Prime series about
Oh, my
a
Lord.
woman in the late 50s who accidentally becomes a stand-up comic, and it's hilarious. It's fantastic.
Accidentally.
Yeah, just
Oh,
trust
that's
me on
right.
this. Trust me on this. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah, Brie
I like funny
Larson.
ones.
Brie Larson is not the image of tough or smart.
Damn.
I mean, you come on. Now, Sigourney Weaver in this role, I'd buy that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I would buy that. She could sell that. This chick, She doesn't have a presence. She doesn't have, there's a part in the trailer where I think it's Larry Fishburne who says, "Do you know how to fly this?" And she's like, "Yeah." And like, bullshit.
All right. I think the head priest of Cthulhu was going to say something.
Yeah. See, basically, Captain Marvel. She's the Marvel equivalent of Superman or Supergirl, obviously. And then she's actually supposed to fight Thanos and like save the day from the original storyline anyway. So she'll be in Avengers. That's why they had to make the movie.
Okay.
Poor Avengers.
When she drops in, when she suddenly drops in and saves everybody in the universe, half the universe.
You know what?
All right. So here's my final gripe on this, and that is, so this race takes this chick to their planet and infuses her with their blue juice and makes her super chick to help them fight off their enemies so they can survive. Why is she the only one? If they got a war going on, why aren't they doing this to like hundreds of thousands of people so they have a better chance of surviving?
Well, I mean, do you know how expensive that blue juice is? They can only afford it at one. And instead of choosing the best,
yeah, but if you go at
choose,
happy hour, it's cheaper.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a different kind of blue juice.
Oh,
but I'm gonna be revealing that I'm not that much of a nerd as I probably thought I was. But am I the only one who was like, "Who's Captain Marvel?" Like, what?
Me? I'm not a comic book guy.
What? I
not
recognize
either.
all the others, but when Captain Marvel, I was like, Captain who? What? What's going on? You know what? I want to make a prediction on this. No, I mean, Marvel movies have been doing gangbusters, right? They've been doing well. It's like they can't. It's like they just do well no matter what. But do you think this is going to be the one that kind of flops? I don't know about flop is the word, but it's
totally. This looks like a disaster in the making. And here's the problem with it. People are just tired of this. They don't have generally good stories. The fight sequences are just tediously boring anymore. They're relying completely on CGI and names to draw people into the theaters, and it's just gonna suck.
You know, I realized this. Well, once I was going to the movies, and I was like, I'm getting so. Oh, I think it was Ant-Man 2. Ant-Man 2.
Why is there a 2?
I don't know why. But when I went to go watch Ant-Man 2, leading to going to the theater, I was like, you know what? I'm getting tired of all these comic book movies. Like, this is like we're watching yet another one. And it's like I was just like, come on, please, let's have a break from this. But we'll see.
How about you try telling a good story for once?
That'd be great.
People kind of dig a good story.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That would be good.
Well,
That would be good.
maybe.
Okay.
History shows.
Yeah, right? All right, Becky, you said something in the message? I'm sorry. About the chat?
The message I sent you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Did I kick someone out of the chat on YouTube? No, I didn't kick anybody out. No, it's
somebody did.
No one's a moderator, so no one should be able to kick out unless it's us.
Yeah, unless it's me or you, right?
Yeah. So they should just be able to get right in. Anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Though in the future, we might need some moderators. Looking at the chat, but everything's cool. All right.
All right, thank you.
All right. So with all that out of the way, you know what? Hey, Khurt.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We're going to get into the thick of Church of Cthulhu. We have plenty of time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be good.
We do this thing every now and then called horrible book covers. Now, do you have the stream up? Are you able to see it?
The YouTube stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Good. Okay, good. Because we're going to pull up some horrible book covers, and you feel free to give me your comments on it. Okay?
I want
These
do
are
the Son of the Wind first, please.
Son of the Wind?
That's SK's favorite.
Son of the Wind.
Oh my God! Yeah.
He wants this book so bad.
Son of the Wind.
I'm gonna buy him a poster of the cover so he can frame it
right now.
He likes
would you
it.
You would do that for me?
Oh God! First of all,
would.
the image you sent me is
I'll make it
pixelated.
a Christmas present.
It's horrible.
Wow.
Let me
I'm so
unstretch that.
In the head.
There we go.
Yeah, but we're not going to say where.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is. How come the aspect ratio? Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I had to unstretch it because I guess the image was too small. Son of the
if it's a
Wind.
black background.
The river rages. So this is your favorite book?
How did they get Nathan Fillion to pose for their cover? That's what I want to know.
I was just thinking that too.
That's him, right?
I want to know why the little kid is like naked halfway, pretty much.
Well,
okay.
that's
And
not
he
as
looks
big
like he's standing
terrified.
there in boxer shorts. Yeah, he's terrified.
Well, not boxer short, but boxing shorts. It looks like he's been working out at the gym. I mean, God, for a kid, he's got really good abs.
Yeah.
But even still, all that gym workout has not prepared him to meet this guy in the woods. He's terrified. And he should be.
Hugging on him like he has him gripped. Yeah, I think we all know where this is going.
And is the Scottish dude wearing Adidas? It kind of looks like.
I'm sorry. What the fuck left was that?
Yeah.
I
mean, look at his shoe.
He's wearing fucking Adidas and knee-high socks. I mean, what the hell?
Laugh like that again, please. I'm gonna pee all over her.
I know, you might have. Well, actually, there's another cover that might break me.
So Jesse, have you ever worn a kilt?
No, I can't say that I have. No.
Okay.
He's worn a dress though.
I have.
Oh,
I've
okay.
worn a kilt. It was for a show.
Just for a show.
Can I ask a question? And I'm gonna be really sorry I asked this. I know I'm gonna be sorry.
You're gonna have a lot of regret over this question.
Yes, I am.
Put that on and wear it close.
Was it traditional?
No.
Okay, thank God. Oh.
And I do know what you meant by that.
Yeah, I know you did.
I have worked with people who wear kilts just day to day. Utility kilts.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
What? Seriously?
Utility. Yeah, have you not heard of those? Have you not seen those? Utility kilts. They're like these heavy canvas kilts with lots of pockets and shit. It's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
And I would not do that. I would do it for a show.
Yeah.
Because everybody else was wearing them.
Yeah.
But I would not wear them about town.
Okay.
It's just like a daily thing.
Let's get another cover real fast.
Let's do that.
We have some loaded ones here. I'll give you a guess. I'll let chat decide real fast. Do you want the kitty cats are the zombie raccoons. Oh my god, it's freaking horrible. I'll let
I found some
Cthulhu.
really good ones, didn't I?
Hey Kurt, I'll let you decide. You want kitty cats or zombie raccoons?
Well, if they're horrible covers, I want to see the kitty cats.
Oh sure.
I want to see
Here you
how.
go.
I want to
They're
see how
all
horrible.
horrible.
I want to see how horrible a kitty cat cover could be.
All right, here you go.
It's worse than you could possibly imagine.
The big book of pretty pussies. My big book of pretty pussies. I'm sorry. I have to read that wrong. Is this adorable or what?
Yeah, I bet they get a lot of returns on that book. This is not what I wanted.
It's
I
still
expected some kind of mutilation.
it's still better than the Son of the Wind. That thing was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Mm.
And then they put up this like mouse down in the corner.
Yeah.
For
Look at
no
that guy.
reason at all.
All right.
Yeah.
One more.
Somebody. That's just sad.
Okay. One more. I want to choose. Okay, this one come on. This one's hilarious. Come on now. God's masturbation solution. Come on. I mean,
Yeah.
just prayer. Just pray the masturbation away. Pray those thoughts away.
Catholic. What? I can't make out the.
Catholic perspective?
I
don't know.
Yeah. Have you seen the meme about the devil's doorbell? What is God's solution to masturbation?
Well, use both hands, I think, according to the cover.
Yeah. You kind of put it like this. I've been doing it wrong. One hand.
my
Yeah.
God.
You're supposed to make it. You're supposed to make your hand look more like a. Well, do I need to be prude about this? I mean,
No,
you got to make your
no.
hand
No.
look a certain shape, and you put it right there, and you just. Yeah.
One of the most surprising things I ever heard about a family member was a former brother-in-law who was a very, very good man and a very church-going man who told his oldest daughter, there are two types of men in the world, those who masturbate and liars. And this was a married man who did quite well in their church, and that was his pragmatic take on the situation.
Wow.
And he's not wrong.
No. He's definitely not.
And
Okay.
the thing is if Cthulhu is your god, he doesn't give a fuck.
Exactly. No sin, no salvation.
No sin,
Jerk
no
it off
salvation.
as much as you want.
Are you sure? I mean, I know you're the head priest of the Church of Cthulhu. Okay, let's jump right into that. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, good segue.
All right. So tell us about this church.
All right, we are legally registered in the state of Arizona, of all places.
You're legally registered.
Yes. It's all churches technically are registered as nonprofit religious corporations.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you about all churches? Basically, they're all corporations.
Is that really your sign?
No, that's not mine.
Oh,
that's
damn,
not
that's
his.
too-
That's
too
that's
bad.
up there.
That's too bad, because I wish you had a sign that big.
We are working on getting a physical location.
Oh wow.
And what is the current number of members in your congregation?
Online, we've got about 18,000.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
That's like
Shut
Facebook.
up.
Facebook followers. I mean, that's worldwide. Locally, we've got about 250 people that, if everybody actually shows up to an event, we've got about 250. But the regular attendance might be 20 to 50, depending on what we're doing. Like a holiday party or ice cream social or something like that.
20 to 50 regular? That's better than some churches,
I got
small churches.
So much work to do on my cult.
Yeah.
I am way behind on this thing.
Yeah, every time we have like a panel at one of the Comic Cons or something like that, we always fill the room to capacity. And we're right in the middle right now because everybody comes and they this is incredible. This is the thing I've been waiting for my whole life. What's next? And I'm like, shit, we ain't got nothing next. I'm like, I need a building, need a place rather than, hey, come to my house.
Yeah. I mean, that's a little creepy. Now,
yeah, I'll let.
When was this church founded? I mean, when did you get it started?
Officially about 4 years ago.
Okay.
But this is something I was researching back in the 90s and had wanted to do back then. Just didn't. The rules were different back then. Now everything, like I said, everything is just corporation. You pay your $40 to the state, and you're a nonprofit, and that's what churches register at. So.
And why? Why do the Church of Satan?
Who? Church of Satan? I don't know that guy.
Oh, sorry. Church of Cthulhu. Oh, my bad. Slip.
You were reading the chat.
I distracted him. Sorry.
I don't believe in those Christian fairy tales.
Christian fairy tales. Okay, we'll get into the Cthulhu fairy tales, but first, that's all right. Come on.
Becky wants a say.
Oh, okay, Becky. What do you want to say?
Okay, look, guys in our chat, guys, girls, people in our chat, when y'all report people.
Who reported who for what?
See, now, one of our authors that was in our chat room tonight got reported, and his entire YouTube stuff has been deleted now because he got reported.
Tonight?
Who reported him? Someone in our chat room reported him?
We don't know that. Somebody in our chat room reported him, yeah.
Reported who?
I have... That our author's name is David Clark, and he's going to be on our podcast Monday. And, I'm pissed that this has happened. This guy is, he's a really nice guy, and he's a good author and a friend of mine. And, we let you all say whatever you want in our chat, within reason. You guys, please, if there was a problem or whatever, come talk to me or Jesse or SK and let us handle it instead of causing a problem.
Yeah, if you don't like someone's content on their channel, don't watch your fucking channel. That's it. Don't watch your fucking channel.
And if you it's not. God, don't expect to agree with everything that's said or written or anything. People disagree. Come on.
That is true.
It's okay. It's okay. It's what this whole fucking country is built on. Disagree with each other.
Seriously, though, if you have a problem, come and talk to one of the three of us. We'll take care of it. I swear. There's no need for that because, this guy just lost all of everything that he had on his YouTube channel. Everything.
Well,
and I'm absolutely sick about it.
When is Clark supposed to come on?
I'm sorry?
Well, sorry, when is Clark supposed to come on?
He's coming on Monday, if I can convince him to now.
Definitely tell him, because definitely want to talk about this.
Yeah, I think
this gets me fired up.
Even more reason than ever to be on.
Because
I do too, and I will do my best to convince him to.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
That's
sorry. I'm that just really went through me.
YouTube doesn't do anything in a timely manner, though. And you get 3 strikes normally. They wouldn't just pull your channel down without prior complaint of something else. So
I have never ever seen anything he's done that's gotten reported before. And
There's been some
YouTube
Yeah,
is unpredictable.
Yeah, there's some examples of that. Well, they'll just take it down.
But
All
not only that, but that could cause
unpredictable.
us a problem too. If people are getting reported in our chat, so we just want to be,
All right. I'm not eating
we'd like to handle it in house. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't eat bull balls, and I didn't propose the what the fuck name is that pepper? The Carolina Reaper, for nothing and in vain. If I bite that pepper and this channel goes to hell, gets reported, I'll be throwing a shit fit, man. I'll be, God fucking damn it. Come on. Anyway, but that's why I'm kind of careful about what we talk about,
Right.
The risky stuff we'll do on Streamy or something
Until I scream fuck,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Kurt. That stuff fires me up.
no problem.
Yeah, I
Okay.
apologize to you for that too.
And that's, that segues nicely into the teachings of Cthulhu.
Yeah, please. Does Cthulhu help me? Is there anything in the teachings that will help me find peace?
Well, yeah, drugs are always the answer, right?
Well, I like drugs.
DMT.
DMT?
DMT.
I don't want to sound go off on too much of a Joe Rogan kind of rant, but
didn't Stalin take the DMT? Didn't Stalin and Hitler take the DMT?
No.
I don't think so.
I'm just messing.
No.
I'm just quoting Alex.
Did they take the D?
I don't know.
So I actually tried it one time.
Oh yeah?
It was with a friend and his wife at their place, and I smoked it, and it lasted. Here's the weird thing about smoking DMT. Well, first of all, my lungs couldn't handle it, so I didn't last very long. And once you're out of the, it's over. It doesn't linger much at all, and so I didn't get very much of a hallucination thing going before I was kicked out, and I haven't tried it since, but I've seen some videos. I've seen some people who've done the tea, the Waris. How do you say it? The bark tea.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca, where it can last for much longer, but taken as smoking, even that, if you do a really good job, it only lasts 10-15 minutes type of thing.
Yeah.
My understanding. And there's no downside to it from what I've read.
No, it's naturally produced in the body. That's why it gets it crosses the blood-brain barrier so quickly. The body acknowledges that it's a natural substance and lets it right in. It doesn't fight it at all.
Okay,
there's
so
a documentary on DMT on Netflix.
Yeah, the spirit molecule. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So why DMT?
All right. Now, like he said, you take the three good smokes, the good hits, and it literally blasts you off into an alien world.
Okay.
It's like a fractal reality, and a lot of different beings. So yeah, you will see some tentacle beings up there. Some of them talk to you, some of them don't. But Terence McKenna was the gentleman who pretty much introduced it to Western civilization, and he did lots of lectures and talks about that. And when you read Lovecraft, the worlds that he was describing, those alien worlds that Cthulhu and all his ilk come from, the descriptions were identical. And of course, Lovecraft was writing that 40 years prior. And he said a lot of his inspiration came in his dreams. And DMT, when it's produced in the body, it is considered one of the chemicals that influences, creates your dreams. So that's why when you take extra, it blasts you off into this alien world.
Now,
So there are ways to induce the body to produce various chemical compounds. For example, intense exercise produces endorphins. We all know that.
yeah.
Yes.
Is there a way to induce the body to produce extra DMT
Well, they
without
do
ingesting it?
They do believe that it is produced in the lungs, actually. And a lot of people say with like breathing exercises or certain types of yoga that you can achieve the same state. And most of my experiences were natural. And so that's why I was originally 10 years ago started researching that, like dream drugs, dream body, hallucinations and stuff like that. And because I was having identical experiences as described by Terence McKenna and in the Spirit Molecule.
What about, how does this tie into lucid dreaming, or does it?
Well, lucid dreaming is you're aware you're in a dream. In DMT circumstances, you are awake, but that dream world is actually superimposed over your reality. So it's like you're in two places at once.
No.
Oh, that's wild.
Okay, wait. Go back to the DMT and experience and how you're able to like see these beings and experience all this. But isn't what you experience, isn't that going to be different from what other people will experience?
Yeah, lots of people do have, but there's usually a commonality. And that's why, because a lot of people say, well, Terence McKenna talked about all his experiences, so that might influence theirs. But then you got to realize Lovecraft was having a similar experiences. The descriptions are very, very similar. And that was 40 years before McKenna talked about that.
But maybe McKenna read them.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Aren't
H.P. Lovecraft's descriptions kind of like vague and abstract and kind of like, I mean, he's describing shapes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, so.
Non-Euclidean design.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like, I could see how people could think, oh, yeah, so that's what he was talking about. Or is it just, oh, that's what I think he's talking about? You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I see it too, so it must be that. Or, because it's just like, Lovecraft was just trying to just create something, or just trying to like, I don't know, imagine what it would be like. It's, of course, just imagination. So,
well, a lot of it, his father was institutionalized for acute psychosis and extraneous or extra DMT production in psychotics has been documented. So there's a good chance that it was genetically, basically, his father was having similar episodes, but back then he was hospitalized for it. He was institutionalized.
So how is that different from schizophrenia? Because schizophrenics see a lot of shit that isn't real.
That's very possible. I don't know if they've tested it for that though. As far as I've read, it's the DMT has been present in the when you have like acute psychosis. But then I've had experiences like that. I had a couple when I was like 5 years old, and to me, the only way I could describe it was like it was some kind of cartoon world. But then when I read all these descriptions, that's exactly what it was. With the spirals and the fractals, and it's like it's one of those things that's burned in your brain when you only have a few memories in your life anyway.
Yeah, fractal is a good way to describe the brief experience that I had with it. Fractal is probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
I didn't see much of anything, and it was fairly monochrome, but it only lasted a couple of minutes before I popped out.
Yeah. So I am more than willing to admit it's like was it a hallucination? Was it a dream? You know, was it a vision? Was I going insane? Either way, it was a fabulous fucking experience, and I would like to have it as many times more as possible. So one of my other goals is also to legalize DMT for ritual use.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of downside to that, actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's some churches in.
Although the tea gives you the runs, I hear.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a downside.
Yeah, I don't. There's churches in Oregon and New Mexico that have legalized use of the tea, but like you said, you drink it, and then you shit and piss yourself, and then you go into the trip, which can last 8 to 12 hours. I don't want any part of that.
No, that's
no, thank you.
That's all kinds of no for me.
And that's more of a long. To me, that they call it the spirit route.
Mm-hmm.
I when you drink it like that, the tea, all I hear is it's the guilt route, because almost everybody says that's what they come out of it with, saying what shitty people they were or the shitty things that have happened in their lives. And that's not the direction I want to go at all.
No.
The bad trips.
Well,
How much of that?
They're truthful. Oh, go ahead.
But people can have bad trips. You need to have good people around you to support
that too. Yeah. Well, a lot of people with the ayahuasca, they say it basically makes them rethink about everything in their life. So they, things that they might have been denying about themselves or things that have happened.
Shit, like I need to do that more.
Right. Exactly. No, I want to talk to the fucking aliens, man. And then here in Arizona, we actually have the Native American Church. That's the actual title of it, the Native American Church. And they've legalized peyote. So the precedent has already been set to legalize this for religious practice. It's just that currently, with the political climate, what you have to do basically is you have to sue the Department of or the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency. You have to sue them to be allowed to use it, and that usually entails them coming into your house, raiding your shit, taking all your stuff, keeping all your electronic devices for a very long time. So I'm not going to take that step quite yet. They still harass the Native Americans sometimes here. And they've had it legally for I think 20, 25 years now. So the peyote.
So is that kind of a staple of the Church of Cthulhu?
No. That's every religion, you get as much out of it as you put in. That's just one aspect. That's the Cthulhu aspect. Because basically, if you're buying the whole thing, a lot of people say it is creates a chemical antenna in your brain, allowing you to contact other worlds. So there we are with Cthulhu.
Do you have commandments?
I did put some in the book, but they were kind of stupid. They weren't technically real commandments. One was tithe, give us money. Drink and bathe. It brings you closer to Cthulhu. No dirty hippies allowed. Oh,
so I like no dirty hippies allowed.
I definitely recognize that. It's what's the difference between it's the instead of the invisible man in the sky, it's the sleeping tentacled monster who lives at the bottom of the ocean kind of thing. I understand that completely. There are other aspects of it too. We have a lot of. Since it is pantheistic, it's not one of those things like everybody give up your other religion and stuff like that. You can take it as serious or tongue in cheek as you'd like. So we do have Christian members, we have atheist members, we have agnostic members. We've got some of the dudists, the dude abides. We got the Discordians, of course, the chaos group. They love it. So everyone is welcome.
So you're saying Cthulhu is not the one true God?
No, he doesn't give a shit about us.
Huh, that's kind
The
of
one we venerate.
But does he care about other gods? That's
he's the one we venerate.
Oh, okay. I mean,
and that's kind of the moral of the story too. It's like they don't give a shit about us, so we should probably try and work together and enjoy our time on the planet while we're here.
Does he know that Jesus cares about him?
He might, but I don't think he knows.
For our sins. I think maybe he was thinking of Cthulhu too. I don't know. I don't know.
You know, Jesse, one of your challenges could be taking a Bible down to Cthulhu at the bottom of the ocean. Talk to Jim Cameron. He might be able to arrange that.
On a DMT
you might
trip?
want to do that after you eat the pepper.
Yeah.
The ocean will,
Not the same day, though. Not the same day.
Wait.
Did you see what just happened?
Did we just verify? Does it have to be DMT? Can it be other things like LSD or marijuana? Or
oh yeah. It's like, I mean, we acknowledge there's numerous paths to anyone's personal spirituality. It's one of those accepting things. Like I said, what the experiences I've had, they were real to me. They still could have been hallucinations or dreams or whatever you want to call it. So I am not going to badmouth someone else who says, well, I had a similar thing, but it was like this and this and that, or I'm pursuing my spirituality that way. That's kind of hypocritical shit.
Gotcha. So alcohol is my way to connect to my God.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Your God, Mr.
Your
J.
$10
Daniels.
whiskey. Your $10 whiskey.
Nah, Jesus. Jesus loves wine. Shit. I do it the right way, guys.
Bible juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I double checked the law here in Arizona. There is no age restriction because you know how the Catholics have their wine.
Yeah.
It says there is no age restriction for alcohol used in a religious purpose. That's it. Doesn't say anything else.
Wait.
So I can give my kids clear or whatever.
Now, how cool are you with the state? I mean, do you get a tax break?
Do they harass you?
No. It's like the state itself doesn't care. They're actually very, very good about. It's like the separation of church and state is very good in Arizona. I paid my $40, and she's like, First United Church of CT, and she spelled it out. I said, "Yep, that's it." She stamped it. Said, "Well, you'll hear her in a week," and we got approved. They just want money. They don't care about your religion. Huh. And in California, it even specifically states. When they're talking about when you're in the application process, it says even if someone calls themselves a cult, it literally says cults are religions too, and we have freedom of religion in California. So it actually names even if someone is like you could put cult in the title. It went with church for that very reason because I didn't want to get as much harassment kind of thing. But
I think people are going to be fleeing that with the tax. Be like, no.
Yeah.
All right. What makes the Church of Cthulhu the best religion?
Well,
besides drugs.
Besides drugs. Oh shit.
I mean, are the drugs free?
I will give you some free drugs as soon as I get them. As soon as they're legalized, buddy, I'll fly you out. Okay.
I heard this trick before. I went to a van at one time. Free drugs. I was like, okay.
Is that in parentheses?
Jesse's gonna wind up as sex slave in somebody's basement.
Now we are an evil drug cult. We are not a sex cult, but I am open to expand it.
It's good to keep your options open. Yeah.
And that is one of the things that makes us the best is we accept people no matter who you are. Because, I mean, you got to think, in Lovecraft's lore, they were fucking fish people all the time, So I really...
Jesse has the dress,
Yeah, exactly, Right.
Reminds me of that line from Stripes. We're not a sex cult, but we're willing to learn.
There you go. That's probably been in my mind since whenever it came out.
Now,
Oh my lord!
so you are a head priest. Are there any other priests in your church?
Yes. Yes, we had the 4 founding members. I'm the main guy pursuing this right now. The other members actually run a few of the other like sci-fi conventions and stuff like that. They're real busy doing that. So I'm the head honcho right now, just running everything. But in the United States, depending on your whatever your state is, because of the freedom of religion, I can ordain you, all of you right now, to be a priest or priestess of the Church of Cthulhu. And then you'll have all priestly rights.
What do we have to do to become a priest?
Right. What's the downside to this?
Nothing. I'm not. Yeah, a lot of people look for that. It's free. I only charge in some states to become a legal priest and actually marry people.
You can marry
because
someone?
Yes. In order to do that, you have to register with the state, and some states want like a certificate and a letter of good standing from the church. So if I've got to actually do that kind of fucking work, I'm going to charge you $20.
Have you done that before?
I know in Florida.
Because I get it notarized.
Oh. Yeah, in Florida, if you're a notary, you can marry people.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a couple states it varies.
Why would you do that to someone?
What? Marry somebody?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it actually, there's actually been I've only done one myself. My fellow founder has done 2 or 3. But there's been actually a lot of people within the last 2 to 3 years who have been married in the name of Cthulhu, because basically younger people, especially just starting out and want to get married, can't afford anything. So it's either
Cthulhu is all giving. You can afford that.
No, you just don't give a shit. So yeah, marry whatever you want, do whatever. I don't know.
So wait a second. Hold on. I have to ask.
So how many wives can you have if you're a member of the Church of Cthulhu or Cthulhu? Shit, never mind.
We're in the United States, so if you want to go by Utah law, you can have 1 legal wife and then as many spiritual wives as you like. It's up to you.
Spiritual wife. So
shit.
That's the Mormon angle.
Listen.
Jesse, you're in Texas.
Every man out there, I want you to listen to my voice. You're going to have a hard enough time keeping one woman happy. Okay? That will take every ounce of your patience, strength, and energy. Just keep one woman happy. That's all you need.
Yeah. Hey. You don't need 10. Good Lord.
You don't need 10. You need
it's
one.
It's difficult to keep me happy.
Well,
that's a good one.
Shut up.
I mean, was that part of the deal? I mean,
what?
Keeping you happy?
Yeah. All you have to do to keep me happy is give me a book.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
Easy to go along with.
Hey, wait.
Most of the time.
The Church of Cthulhu has a book. You guys have a Bible, right?
That's it right there on the screen.
I'm gonna try to pronounce it. What was it? What was it called? The Astronomicon.
Astronomicon.
Yes. Astronomicon.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try that one because I can tell you now it'd come out all bad.
Okay. Now, what can I learn from this Bible?
It's basically got the history of the religion, the history of Cthulhu a little bit. Lots of pictures.
Okay.
Oh, good. Lots of pictures.
Yeah.
Jesse needs that.
Yeah, I like that.
Because that's why I want to get a church building so we can have goat orgies and tentacle parties and all that other shit, because church is boring. Church is boring. The books are boring. So I have to make it, with today's internet generation, and stuff like that. I got 10 seconds to keep anybody's attention. So
that's true. Now the goat orgies, not so much, but the tentacle, whatever, maybe.
Tentacle parties.
Tentacle parties. Sure.
Tentacle porn is a whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I have to ask.
So okay,
Are
you
you
ask, then I'll ask.
Are you just bullshitting us?
No.
Okay, that is essentially what I wanted. I wanted to know how seriously you are about this and how deeply you believe in the actual physical existence of Cthulhu.
Okay. Well, I'm 100% serious on this.
Okay.
And like I said, the experiences I've had, the encounters like that, like with the DMT and stuff like that, it's one of the most real things you can experience. I mean, did you get that sense of like that hyper reality when you smoked?
It was a very brief thing. So I wished it had been more. I was looking for more, and I haven't had a chance to try it again. I didn't have expectations going in,
and I always and I understand the whole woo woo aspect and stuff like that, and I always like that what the Buddhists called Bodhi, Bodhi, becoming one with the universe. How fucking new age woo does that sound? Until I actually experienced something like that. And then it's everything kind of went white. There was this superimposition, like I said, of like a new world, and reality kind of faded away, and everything kind of became like, just instead of blacking out, it was like wiping out. And it literally felt like one of those bad sci-fi movies where you get disintegrated and you kind of like disperse. And I literally, for a few moments, thought I was dying. But you get this sense of awareness, and there's no other way to say it except like the fucking Buddhists do. It's like you feel like you are connected with everything in reality, everything in the universe. And as stupid as it sounds, it is the greatest, most intense feeling I've ever had in my life. So if I can create that again for myself, for other people, I want to do it. And as far as, like I said, with the reality of Cthulhu himself, like I said, I talked to a swirling black vortex, which I identified as Yog Sothoth. And I do mention in the book also a couple other people have had similar experiences on a religious nature. God was considered the shimmering void or something like that.
Swirling black vortex?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was Mom.
Oh, okay. She goes by many names.
Yeah. And then, in my house, it was Mom.
And then this. He was a very friendly, multi-tentacle being, whatever it was. It's kind of, the tentacles weren't reaching for me; they were waving. He's very friendly. That was with Salvia divinum or divornum or something like that. It was another one which is similar, has similar properties.
Wow.
Oh, Salvia, yeah.
Yeah, Salvia.
That one's got more downside to it from what I've read.
Yeah, I've seen some freak out vids. Like, people smoke that shit up and think it's marijuana.
More likely to have a bad trip on that from what I've seen. Yeah.
Actually, the woman that was sitting next to me, she actually had one. I'm like, I had a great time. But that's, I mean, and especially like DMT, the people are like, it's an antenna to an alien world. I mean, the theory is also that they live outside of space and time. And there's also, should we get into the Matrix, the whole life is a video game reality kind of thing?
Well,
actually, I mean,
that is some great quantum stuff too.
Is that
yeah. You want to get into quantum, then that's
because
anything's fair game then.
Yeah. Well, but they've actually there's a theoretical physicist, Leonard Susskind.
Okay.
He's the main guy. It's where all the Matrix stuff kind of originates from.
Yeah, Lenny. Yeah,
Lenny. Lenny. But he calls it the holographic universe. And he said it's not quite like really how a hologram works, but the energy of the universe works that way. Like if you've got a three-dimensional object, it casts a two-dimensional shadow. So our three-dimensional world is technically the shadow of seventh-dimensional reality. And he says the math works both ways. So you can say the third dimension is the shadow of what's happening in the seventh dimension, or vice versa. But he said it is pretty accepted in theoretical physics circles as the true nature of our universe. So I kind of like to think of it as the seventh dimension is kind of like you get back into that matrix. That's like the core computer code. And then our reality is down in the subroutines of energy and quantum physics and how everything works. So is the seventh dimension, where it's the underlying code that runs everything in our reality. So it technically touches everything, but it might not be interacting with it because there's so many things like, synchronous events that people experience, quantum entanglement, which is making some great progress. They actually transferred a quantum bit of data from China did it from the Earth to a Chinese satellite.
Yeah.
They teleported a piece of information,
Okay.
And
which interestingly is exactly what Orson Scott Card described back in the 80s in Ender's Game as their source of instant communication across light years.
Yeah. Because
he didn't use those exact terms because they didn't exist then.
Yeah.
Entanglement might have. I'm not sure when it came into, because at the very end of Lovecraft's writing in Dreams in the Witch House, he was talking about that kind of like quantum movement into other worlds and stuff. That's
true.
On the low level, they actually have particles that pop in and out of reality all the time. And they don't know why or how or if it means anything. So can we apply that on a macro scale? And I think I was listening to one gentleman, the one who made that Sophia robot, the AI, who said it was going to kill humans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's saying he's only about 5 to 10 years away of bringing that to the market, an actual AI.
And how long will it take for it to be sabotaged by?
That's true. I don't know.
I mean, every time they release
hacked by the Russians.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't even have to be hacked. 4chan or other internet trolls will just make it. All they have to do is spend an hour talking to it, and next thing you know, it's gonna be like some sort of racist, misogynistic. It's going to kill everything.
You guys are hopeless. We're gonna just kill you all.
Yeah.
But I would say give it about 50 years for the AI to really, if it kicks in, because they said one of the problems might be we just might not have the full computing capacity. But once we do that, and it starts running millions of computations, and it can do all the astrophysics and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Give it like 100 years from now. I think
okay.
we'll have the answers to all this of how the energy all work, like dark energy, dark matter, all that. We'll have a better understanding of quarks and all the other stuff, and then you'll be able to go. You'll be able to reverse engineer reality.
Yeah.
Or descriptively, like saying, this is why this happens. This is why that happens. This is why your mom burned her hand and you thought of her and you called her at that moment, across the country and other things like that, quantum entanglement. And it turns out that there could be other, we're in this, because imagine like humans have been around for about 250,000 years, the current version of it. We killed Neanderthal and everybody else.
Okay.
So
that's what we do. We're badasses.
Wait, good question here. Is there an origin story with Cthulhu? Do you have an origin story? Is there every religion needs to have an origin story? And
Lovecraft. He came. Lovecraft says he comes from outside of space and time, and he was about 1 million years ago. I think like 1,000,004 or something like that. He came when Pangea was splitting up.
Holy! So what the hell has he been doing to keep himself busy at the bottom of the ocean all this time?
Okay, all right. Well,
does he got like video games? Does he have a blog? What does he do to keep busy?
Cthulhu vlog.
That is not dead, which can eternal lie.
But I mean, come on, that'd be boring.
Well, he's supposedly dead but dreaming.
Forever.
Let's see. All right, I'll let you in on a little secret that obviously no one in my religion except me has actually read any Lovecraft, I don't think, sometimes.
Okay.
Because at the end of the Call of Cthulhu, when he awakes and the sunken city rises, he comes out, he kills some people, a ship hits him, and he disintegrates and reforms for a moment. And the gentleman who is having all the dreams of madness about Cthulhu, he has another one when they escape, and he's talking. I think they called him like a green-winged imps or something like that. But he's has a hallucination, which is basically contact with Cthulhu, because Cthulhu's been giving madness to all the artists and people around the planet. He actually it talks about him shooting up to the moon and then back to Earth and then away out into space. So
he bugs out.
Yeah, he bugs out. Everyone's like, oh my, and because the island disappears. Then do you think if he got trapped once for 4 million years or whatever, do you think it's gonna happen again when he gets out?
That would suck.
Yeah,
that is a really long, night terror.
Yeah, no shit.
What woke him up initially?
Cthulhu people have been going mad and having all these dreams, and then at a certain time there was like storms, and the island that he lives on, Relay, Ylea or whatever, however they pronounce it.
Is that how you pronounce it? Relay. Relay.
I like to say it the Bob and Doug McKenzie way. Really, eh?
Really, eh?
Really, eh? Not as many people are as fans of that. But yeah, the island just rose because of the storms and the weather, and then they opened the doors to his island. Some sailors when they were there. Yeah. So.
And he just bugged out after that, huh?
That's my opinion. Because they say the island sunk. They never said he was on the island when it sank.
That sounds like that story right there has a lot of parallels.
Resurrection.
Yeah. With
there
Jesus.
You go.
Jesus came down.
All right. Damn it! Why are you ruining my religion like this?
No, making it more powerful.
Just drawing parallels.
Parallels.
I will tell you now the other parallels to them too.
Cthulhu might have his own god. Wait, who's the god of Cthulhu? Who's Cthulhu's dad?
Who does he worship?
Cthulhu is Jesus in the Call of Cthulhu.
So who's God?
When you go back to the date that the story was published, there's like it says talks about 5 weeks of madness. Mm-hmm. That's the 40 days of Lent. The dates almost match up completely. It's 2 days off of Easter is when Cthulhu rises from the grave or rises from the water, and then ascends.
I see.
So, yep.
Okay.
And see, the thing is, Lovecraft was a very, very vocal, staunch atheist. So I think this was probably, I guess he was on a deadline, so he needed to write something quickly, but he was probably surrounded by people doing Lent or getting ready for Easter, and he hated those people so much that he wrote it into a story.
Or was he actually telling the truth? Maybe he locked into he got connected on the, I don't know. Like I don't know if he took DMT or anything, but maybe he meditated or something. I don't know.
Well, he probably had a similar psychosis like to his father.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think I was sitting underneath a palm tree and a coconut hit me in the head. That's what my story is.
When have you been under a palm tree?
You didn't drop your
palm tree in my front yard when I lived in Florida. Thank you very much.
You didn't drop your Mai Tai, did you?
No. Of course not.
When the okay. All right. It turned out okay.
You don't spill the drink. That's the worst thing.
No, yeah, that's alcohol abuse, dude.
That's wasteful.
That's wrong.
There was a tree and there's a coconut. Did you have any visions?
Can't tell you.
I'm finishing the Mai Tai.
That's how I wound up with people thinking that I buried the bodies.
Yeah. There you go. That's how. It's not because of
you don't bury bodies in Florida, for crying out loud. I've never even been to Florida. I know
feed them
that.
to alligators.
Here, come on.
Alligators.
Yeah, you just throw them in the swamp or in the ocean.
Is it alligators or crocodiles? What do they have over there?
Alligators.
Alligators? All right.
Yeah.
I always get confused.
Crocodiles are in the Nile.
And Australia.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But that's another show.
Okay. We get into that. All right. I feel like my mind's been blown here on some of the things we talked about, and we don't have a whole. Well, actually, kind of out of time here. But Church of Cthulhu. I feel like I learned so much about this, but we could become a member just by what? By saying we're a member. Like we don't have to.
Yep, that's how freedom of religion works, and that's how we're good. We don't have any schools or fees or anything like that.
So wait, I don't have
to
eat
to be
the flesh
baptized in tequila or anything.
No, but that's
can I be?
But that's why I want to get a church, a physical location, so that we can.
So if you baptize me in tequila, I'm drinking the bathwater, just so you know.
Exactly.
Well, man. Best of luck, dude. Is that your plan to get a location?
Yeah, right now, properties out here to get something at least a minimum decent size is about $300,000. And the loan officers tell me they want 30 to 40% down. So that would take up, because in my house, I have about $120,000 in equity.
Okay.
So I want to sell my house and get a property. But right now, I think I mentioned in the email when I was talking to you, I might have to do it the old-fashioned cult way. I might have to move out and get some acreage on the outside of town and just kind of hold private ceremonies,
Yeah, do that. Get like a little trailer. Get a Cthulhu trailer.
Do a little. Yep. Take a page out of
a
Burning Man.
Yeah. Actually, yes, I want to do that. Like with the Wicker Man. Remember that film and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I want to. Only I want to do a wooden Cthulhu one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna set it on. I'm not gonna do all that work and set that shit on fire. I'll put like some orange lights in. I'll put orange lights inside it so it looks like it's on fire.
Yeah.
I'm burning this motherfucker. I worked hard on this.
Exactly.
I mean, you gotta operate on a budget. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, that way we can have the 15-foot statues and shit like that too.
All right.
You better get solar powered lights.
I mean, and that's the start. You get the location, you get the little tent city going on.
Oh, yeah.
You already have the drugs being handed out. You get the ladies coming in. You get the orgies. Next thing you know, you have a sex cult. It's
you got to have a ladies' night, right? For the drug thing.
Yeah. Well, I do. On that off chance there's anyone listening and they're in Phoenix, our oracle that we have, she's actually, I'm looking for a new oracle, basically. She's a wonderful lady. She's actually a professional dancer, not a stripper, professional dancer. Modern dance, belly dance like that. But she's what's called an introverted extrovert. She'll get up on stage. She'll get up on stage and perform, and she moves like magic, and it's incredible. But as soon as she steps off the stage, the introvert takes over. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. She just wants to go home and go relax and stuff like that. It's like, people want to talk to you because of your performance. I want to talk to you if you're involved in a cult, So I need someone more social who would be interested in being elevated to a dark goddess status.
I might be. I don't move on a pole much.
There's an opening for a dark goddess at the Church of Cthulhu. Anyone interested in applying for this job should go to the website.
Yeah. How good are you going to look in that dress?
I'm gonna look fan-fucking-tastic.
Because see,
we've seen Jesse.
Yeah, if you've been to any convention, especially like the horror conventions and stuff like that, I can be sitting there, I can command an audience, be talking to somebody, some pretty girl walks by, I don't exist anymore.
Well,
So
that's the life.
That's
That's
I
what
know,
happens.
and I need one of those.
You need.
But they have to know their horror. They have to know their shit because the internet's gonna call you on everything. So
Okay.
no booth babes.
No booth babes.
Yeah, the cosplay models and stuff like that.
Oh,
not just another pretty figure. Okay,
Exactly.
Gotcha.
You got to be insane. You got to be evil.
Insane and evil. All right. Well,
The
hopefully,
job description on this keeps getting longer. By the way,
I know, more complicated. Well, best of luck, man. Best of luck.
Thanks.
All
good
right.
luck finding a suitable candidate. Yeah.
I know.
All right, Khurt Khave, thank you so much for enlightening us on the Church of Cthulhu.
Thank you for
It's
having
been
me.
great having you on.
Thanks.
And with that said, ladies, gentlemen, thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, share. And the drama in the chat, all I'm going to say is, park your bullshit on the, at the door, man. Like, you guys are going at each other about things that have nothing to do with this show. I mean, what the fuck, man? Just, I don't know. We'll probably have to make some changes. But anyway, y'all take it easy.
Nice.